Good morning, good morning. It is Friday, September 28, 2018. Happy Friday and happy start of the weekend to most of us as well. I'm Dustin Staples, and we're forecasting some beautiful weather today. If you've been out and about around campus, we're finally seeing that yellow thing called a sunshine. We're going to get up to a forecast high of 77 today with a low of 53. Again, we can't rule out a slight chance of a rain shower or two as we head towards late evening hours tonight. But the good news is the rest of the weekend's going to be looking gorgeous with lots of sunshine. Temperatures staying in the mid-70s for highs. Overnight lows in the mid to low 50s. So if you're planning on running around on campus, maybe if you're stepping off campus, I should say, a nice weekend is in the making. Alrighty, this morning we have featuring one talented young man who's been here for quite a while. We have Tristan Rines from the Rines Report, and he's going to be talking with us a little bit. So good morning.
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. A little early this morning.
Yeah. Well, you're here obviously a few hours early because your show's not on until 2 today. But anyway,
that's right.
We're glad to have you with us this morning. So obviously, just tell us where you're from and your role here at Radio Free Radford, your major and your graduation year.
Well, I'm from Newport News, Virginia, 757. What's up? I am the general manager, El Presidente of RadioFreeRadford.com. I've been doing this for a little over. I've been with RFR for over 3 years. This will make it a full 3 years at the end of the semester. Mm-hmm. My major is Media Studies Journalism, and I graduate in May 2019.
All right. Well, we're going to definitely miss you when you're gone and everything like that. And what exactly? Well, I pretty much gave the name of your show, but what is your show about?
All right. Well, the Rines Report is a NFL, NBA, major sports podcast that I do currently with my co-host Nicholas Penninger. Mm-hmm. Longtime listeners of the show will recognize him from over a year ago. Mm-hmm. I've had a number of different co-hosts over the years. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of different takes on. We do a lot of picks. We do. Our thoughts on major NFL controversies like, Le'Veon Bell at the moment. Mm-hmm. Today we're probably going to be talking a lot about how efficient the Kansas City Chiefs are, mm-hmm. what's going on with the Patriots, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I've listened to your show quite a bit earlier during the summer when I was thinking about coming to Radford, and you all do a very good job with that as well.
I appreciate it.
So you're welcome. So again, what made you to get into this type of field?
What got me into doing, journalism, what got me into doing RFR is I was really uncertain in high school what I wanted to do. I had a really good knack, I suppose, for mm-hmm. talking about the NFL, and mm-hmm. a lot of my high school colleagues seemed to think the same thing. Mm-hmm. And another friend of mine in high school got me involved with Newport News Television, NPS mm-hmm. TV 47. Mm-hmm. Told me, hey, there's a really good opportunity. You should come on and anchor, mm-hmm. or do your student announcer thing, whatever. Mm-hmm. I think you'd be a really good fit. Got involved with the program. Did pretty well, auditioned, mm-hmm. got the position, and fell in love with broadcast media. Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting right there as well. And as a freshman like myself, what is some advice you would give?
Be involved. Mm-hmm. Even if, you're not a media studies journalism kid, even if you're not into meteorology, whatever you're doing on campus, more than likely you're going to find something that is going to be fulfilling to both your professional needs, mm-hmm. help you get experience mm-hmm. in whatever field you're going into. Mm-hmm. Getting involved, man. Even if, get involved, do something fun. Even if, you're okay, we'll not do a professional fraternity, sorority. Mm-hmm. You can come on to the radio. Or you can go, do things like our space, are you involved in total? There are a lot of different programs we have for the university.
Yeah, and of course, this is now wrapping up the 5th week of school, starting the 6th week here. Since I started coming, I began this year, I've never seen so much in student involvement with the student body itself. It's just an amazement to see how everybody's involved with this fraternity or this sport or whatever that is. I think it's amazing to see a student body doing like that as well. Alrighty, and now we're doing a little bit of collaboration. That's all right with you?
Okay.
All right, so what I do basically is find some statistics through the week and everything. So on Wednesday, this kind of involves with college here as well. According to Bankrate, a study was sent out earlier in the week, and this is the top 5 most valuable degrees in what this is.
All right.
Number 1 was Curry Science, Zoology, Nuclear Engineering, Health and Medical Programs, and Applied Mathematics. What do you think about that?
That's a pretty good list. Might as well take a look at it.
Go ahead.
So I don't want to mess with your mic. Yeah. I mean, looking at these, you can tell that these are things that are either helping, the well-being of your fellow man, or they're going to be things that we're trying to use to move forward as a society.
Yeah.
So that gives me some hope.
Yeah. Well, they also had a downside of this. They found the top 5 bottom ones. That is fine arts.
I hope my major's not on.
The number one was fine arts, cosmetology, culinary arts, clinical sociology, and composition and speech. So anyway.
Well, you're gonna have some speech. There's nothing wrong with going into things like fine arts because there's an expression that we see every day. You know, you see graphic designers making these beautiful advertisements and all sorts of animation that goes online. So even if it's some statistical bottom five, doesn't mean that there's no place for it.
Right. Well, it kind of relates to the people that are, taking those degrees here in college. Are like, oh no, I just kind of, but it's
it's not a matter of, right. It's not a matter of, oh man, is this necessarily going to make me millions of dollars?
Right.
It should be something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because it makes me happy. The starting, salary for most journalists, I believe, is definitely lower than $30,000 a year. So this is something I do because I love it.
Right.
I write for the paper because I love it. I do this because I love it.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, you've been doing this for so long now, and like myself as well. Even though I'm just a freshman, so we got a little ways to go.
So yeah, just about 5 years almost.
Yeah, well, so. You just enjoy what you love, and just keep on clicking with the pathway, I guess.
All right, yeah.
Alrighty, and of course, we have started the fall season. A lot of things are going into play. A lot of, I know, Sinkman Farms has got a big, I think it's starting this weekend actually. They've got their pumpkin
patch,
pumpkin fest, and everything like that. And also runs into October 28th. Have you been involved with that, or been to those before?
No, I haven't been to them yet.
Well, maybe you should go out this weekend because it's going to be looking nice, though, mid-70s and highs, and maybe go get lost in a cornfield. I don't know. I've never been to one myself either, so maybe we'll work something out with that. So anyway, and also, but the reason I mentioned that was because back in 2012, tomorrow, there was 31 ears. These 4 people husked 31 ears of corn in 1 minute.
What?
There was 31 ears of corn by 4 people. They husked it in 1 minute.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, my husking skills take me about 5 minutes to get through 5 of them, but I think that's a minute per corn stalk. You
got some machines over there.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we'll get some of these people here to help us husk those corn. But anyway, and of course,
this is Nebraska.
Yeah, there you go. We're Virginia though, unfortunately. But of course, you can find your plantations out there too. And of course, it's the fall season. Are you a big pumpkin spice? We've been talking about this all week. What do you think about that? Pumpkin spice latte person or?
I am a iced coffee kind of guy with extra cream and sugar. I'm a sweet coffee person. I enjoy myself pastry, but I have not really ventured too much into the Starbucks cups, Starbucks drinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a huge Starbucks fan either. Obviously, not just because it's the pricing, but I'm not really a coffee person either. So anyway, and as well as coming up very soon, we will be talking about Thanksgiving, and before that, Halloween. We got that big one coming up. Are you a big celebrator on that, or
for Halloween or Thanksgiving?
Well, we'll start with Halloween, then go to Thanksgiving.
Okay, Halloween. Well, if you go to Radford University, it's definitely a big part of the fall semester. Last couple of years, I've participated in Halloween, dressed up a little bit. I did like a Joker costume my freshman year. Last year, I just did some thing with some suits. But yeah, I enjoy Halloween a lot.
All right, and Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving? Oh man. Oh, don't get me started. No, I definitely a big fan of Thanksgiving. It's the mounds and mounds of mashed potatoes.
Oh, there you go.
Big fan of mine. So yeah, man, I'm excited.
And then, are you a big Black Friday shopper? Because I know that's like the big craze everybody goes out to.
No, I'm not a Black Friday shopper. I'm a TJ Maxx kind of guy where things are already on sale.
I agree with you on that one. Well, there you go. And obviously, then you have the Cyber Monday. Are you an active online shopper?
Dude, no, I'm really not actually.
Really?
As far as things go, I'm more of an in-person, try to get it, have it in my hand physically. The most online shopping I do maybe once every few months.
Yeah.
Well, it's student budgeting, man.
Gotcha.
It's tough.
Yeah, well, I could imagine so, especially. But anyway, I don't know if you've noticed here lately, we've been getting darker earlier each and every night.
Yes.
Yeah,
so I have noticed that.
Are you liking this earlierness with getting the darkness? Will you miss that extra hour?
Well, I enjoy being a little darker earlier. I'm tired of this heat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm definitely a fall person. Fall's fair season, and I got a lot of jackets I need to start wearing.
There you go.
I got a sweatshirt on today.
I see.
It's a single layer, man. It's not cold enough for another jacket.
Yeah. Well, forecast models are showing we unfortunately have some more warmer weather heading our direction. I know, but maybe towards towards that later this month, start of November, we can start pulling those jackets, and
hopefully
you can get your scarf and hat and stuff out. But anyway, that probably that probably won't be until about mid-November. So anyway, what are some ways, I think we didn't mention this, you can join with the Radio Free Radford team?
The best way to join is, well, I use my personal email, but the best way to get started is going through rfr@radford.edu. It's checked at least every 2 days. And just let me know that you're interested. My name is Tristan Blake Rines. I'm the general manager. I will try to get back to you as timely as possible. We have a great program. You can come on, do your shows like, the weatherman right here in front of me. You can do shows like that. You could do politics, sports, anything that you have a true, genuine interest in that you want to talk about for like 30 minutes a week.
Yeah.
So it's really broad, wide open for a lot of different people, a lot of different majors. You don't have to just be a journalism comms major. You could be, sociology, business, anything that you feel like you have a true interest in. You can come in and talk about it on our programs.
Yeah, well, the team is expanding here, and
That's right.
if you don't want to have an interest in radio, you can join the Radford on Camera, Tartan,
That's
X109, Beehive, SMATS. I think I list them all. Maybe there's some. Maybe I left one out.
We got we have a number of great organizations around us, including also WIM, the online magazine. A lot of publications. You can get your hands on a copy of the Tartan. I actually wrote a story this week on Mayor David Horton. That is also online. We did a whole piece with Rock TV as well, some cross collaboration. X109 Beehive, our annual publications. So there's a lot to offer.
Yeah, well, you never leave your options so low. Always open them to what you can. Get your foot in the door as well. Like myself, I'm part of this, and then the Tartan, and then the Radford on Camera. So a little bit of a tri-media person here. Well, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end because we got to get things going. But you'll be back today at 2 and 3 with Nicholas Penninger.
That's right, 2 to 3 o'clock. Rines Report, tune in. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
and got a good lineup today.
Yes, and they can find you on social media by searching
the Rines Report, RINES.
And you also put these on YouTube, correct?
That's right, under Tristan Blake Rines.
All righty, well, you've got it all there, folks. And then you can also catch me. I'll post put them on the Radio Free Radford page as well. And after those two fine gentlemen, you'll have Keaton Alderman, from 3 to 4. And then Bailey Spear will wrap up the day at 5 to 5:30.
That's right. She's got a really interesting, awesome show about, great women in history. So definitely check that out.
Oh, yes, especially encouragement what that is. Well, folks, if you're trying to figure out how can you stay in touch with us, go over to Facebook, Radio Free Radford, Twitter, Radio Free Raddy, and Instagram, Radio Free Radford as well. And if this was not enough weather information that you just really need to get your hands on, head over to Twitter, Instagram, and follow RU Weather One. Alrighty, we hope you make it a great weekend. Tune in with some great hits between now and 2 o'clock today. Thank you for joining.